This is the third time that I'm recording this video, and it's gonna be the final time, I swear to god, because I cannot do this again. I have compiled here all the artwork that I think I've done in previous years. Definitely not all. Most of them. I have gone as far back as 2006 because I honestly don't know when I started drawing. Just for context, to tell how old I was in each year, the final two numbers in the year are my age. I was born in the year 2000. It's very easy for me to remember my own age. 2006, I was 6 years old. We're gonna start there. I'm kind of doing this because I went back and watched Game Grumps Aaron's video where he looked at his old art, and it was very, very nice to watch. So I'm doing that for my own art, because I do like to look at my own old art. It's like, wow, look at how I've improved and all that. Kind of a confidence booster. You should do it for yourself. 2006, 2006 was wild, y'all. I played a lot of Ape Escape at age 6 because that was like my childhood game. So here's already, there you go. I don't know what a Tia monkey is, but I guess it's a thing. I can't spell the word professor, but this handwriting is adorable and the paper is disgusting. Good lord. When the picture hadn't focused yet, it looked awful. My goodness, those arms are not arms. But it's a 6 years old art. I was 6, how am I supposed to critique this? It's just like for fun. I'm not gonna comment on the obvious thing in this picture. Very interesting. This is the Bernstein Bears, if you couldn't tell. More Pipotron art. Something wild's going on in this one, and I wish I knew what it was. Here's some ponies. This one has a massive tail, I assume, on the back. Also, these joints ain't working out that well. I really appreciate, like, look at the detail on this apple, and I assume a carrot. I also like that the baby pony is the size of an ant. At one point I realized that why draw things when I could just get stickers with them instead. So for the night sky, I just put a bunch of stars because I was like, yeah, why draw the stars when I can just get nice ones for free. Honey Bear was their favorite. At age 5, or 6, I mean, I knew what the fuck was up in life. I knew it was all about the money. I think the concept that I had for this one was very, very good. Like, look at this shit. I had depth to this picture. I was like, okay, the water is gonna be at that level, and then there's a bit of dirt up here, and then it goes to ground level here. There's a bird in the sky. The tree's yellow because it's like autumn or some shit. I don't know. I've never seen autumn in my life before. Is that all? Yeah, that's all. That's 2006. 2010, I was 10 years old. When I was 10 years old, I was into some wild shit. At age 10, I watched my dad play a lot of horror games. I remember watching him play like Dead Space 1. I watched him play like the earlier Resident Evil games. I watched him play this one. I watched him play Last of Us, but that was later on. Oh yeah, it does say 2011. Damn. The pictures say 2011, I straight up put them in 2010-ish. Anyway, 2010-ish, 2010, 2011 basically. I don't remember what else I watched, but I definitely watched more than that because I remember getting a lot of nightmares when I was a kid. And silly thing is, me and a bunch of classmates had come together and we were like, we want to do an indie video game company, 5 11-year-old kids. We're gonna do a horror game. It's gonna be based off of all these cool games, Resident Evil, and all of us kind of knew Dead Space, so in our head it was like, oh yeah, Dead Space. And I put myself in charge of concept art, which is amazing. And here was like, oh, I want to do a zombie that looks like this. It's gonna have like the jaw kind of unhinged, it's gonna be a bit lower, and the mouth is gonna be wide open. And that's the characteristic of our zombies that's gonna set us apart from those fucking lame ass games. That was the mindset I had at age 11. Also, you can tell I'm using color pencils in this image because at this age my mom bought me the Derwent color pencil. I think that's the name. I also think that's how you pronounce it. This is a horrible image resolution, but I've lost the drawing and all I have is this picture of it that I took on my mom's iPhone. I was just trying to do a lot of still life at that point. I got the color pencils and I thought, wow, I want to be a professional fine artist. Here's another example of that. A hibiscus flower, I guess. It's a good try for an 11-year-old. I think it was good for an 11-year-old. God, I hope so. Also at this age, I gotten into the Gorillaz, which I'm still into. They're like one of my favorite bands even till today. But at that age, it was terrible. I mean, not they were terrible, I was terrible. Because I created an OC, and I'm definitely gonna make a separate video where I talk about the OC. But her name was Beatrice. You know why? Because you look at the name, she was meant to be French, which is why her name is Petite, because that was the only French word I knew other than bonjour, merci, and baguette. All of them pronounced wrong. The logic there was Beatrice, right? I take her name, I cut it in half, I get beat. Beat is like a music thing, so her musician name is B, and that was so cool. I was like, fuck. She's a DJ, but she also plays the bass and the violin and the guitar, and she sings. This was done on the phone in a car. I remember doing this. I don't even know what that blob is on top. I think that's another face, but done bad. Also, my OC looks like Noodle, and you can't deny that I was definitely doing some plagiarism at age 11. Now, this one's gonna be a bit strange. This is Red Dead Redemption fan art. That on the left, that's meant to be Bonnie McFarlane. You can tell because she's kind of wearing the same outfit. She has kind of a ponytail going on, and she has like that shotgun. And here's the deal. I had a mad anime phase at age 11 because my friend, that I don't think I'm friends with anymore because we haven't spoken in like 5 years, she had introduced me to anime by making me watch Shigechara, which is very good. So I had this anime phase where all I did was draw anime women. Also, I had a how to draw manga book that was really bad. I don't remember who did it, but if you can tell me, that would be great. The only thing I remember was there was a page that showed you how to do like comic layout of the panels, and there was a page teaching you how to draw anime women, and the only thing I remember is they said the entire titty width from left to right, it has to be 3 times the length of one eye, and the eye is supposed to take up about 20% of the face. This is one eye, so a titty should be like 1, 2, 3. Damn, I actually took that to heart. It's like exactly the same here. Yeah, so that's the explanation for why I drew titty big when I was a kid, which is a horrible thing to say actually. You got generic hair, you got someone who can't see and she's probably Medusa. I don't know what that is. This is a very bad self-portrait. I showed this to my brother and he was like, that's not you at all, and I was like, I know. I also had Cairo OC, which is terrible. Another story for another video. Wow, very spiky. Terrible. That's 2D because I wanted my OC and Gorillaz to fuck him. I don't know. As my OC again. It's just a lot of things to do. I had a huge Cairo phase where all I drew was Cairo, and looking at these right now, it doesn't look like my art. One thing that I want you to note is that whenever I drew heads, I always started with a circle. I kinda still do, but at the time, I would go over the circle like 10 times, so the circle would be extremely thick in comparison to the rest of the lines, and I want you to notice that in everything, so I can ruin the art viewing experience and all you see now are big circles. Very edgy, it gives me like Sonic and Shadow the Hedgehog vibes, but like intensified. Look at that, I gave her spikes at the side of her head, and what she has a scarf. I don't even know what this is meant to be. Is that a scorpion tail? Sick, very cool. Oh dude, this is a very good one. I found a video of myself drawing. It's a time lapse. You can hear the sounds in the background. I'm probably gonna upload that. I didn't talk. You can just hear me heavily breathing into the camera, and also the scratch of the pencil. That's my Gorillaz OC. So here's a circa 2011 speed paint. Very, very good. I ain't gonna sit around and just watch this thing for 5 hours. So I'm just gonna like speed up. Ooh, I'm giving her a big neck and a thin body. Oh god. I hate the mouth. It's the only thing I can see because it's so much darker than the rest of the outlines. Ain't that a thing? 2012-ish. Notable things, I got into Minecraft. I got into Borderlands because I played Borderlands 2 after PSLE. I started doing digital art around this year. This was an art rage, I think, because you can kind of see the canvas texture behind, and I know art rage had that, and I didn't know how to change it. Gage asked the Necromancer, yay, handwriting is so good. Wow, I swear. Marilyn Monroe, I also got into watercolor, and I was watching Agnes Cecile, and I wanted to paint well. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna be a watercolor artist. I was into a lot of things. So I did that. You can see in the reflection there's a Minecraft statue. That's relevant, but I just wanted to point it out because it leads to the next few things. This is gonna be confusing, but this was meant to be my Skyrim character that I had. She was like a Nord warrior, and I named her Unfucking Professional. Don't ask why, I don't know either. Minecraft OCs, good lord, these arms are terrible, but they are so fun. I had Minecraft OCs. They had this thing where they were monsters and they'd be half black, half white. Not in a race way, but in a literal color way. They were like kind of jester looking pieces of shit. And that was my entire concept for Minecraft OCs. And if you do know my OCs right now, I'll just go ahead and scare you and say the one with the ponytail is meant to be Ari. Why did I draw some big titties here? I don't know. So that is meant to be Ari. That's meant to be Atlas. They were both monsters, and then I think 2014 I made them into humans. We're gonna see that later on. I'm kind of rushing a bit, but look, I improved at drawing gorillas' faces. I like the shapes. It still kind of makes me sad, but it's nice shapes. Also, there's a creep in the corner. That's all for 2012, which is not a good year for me. I'm so tired, dude. Nah. God, what if it wasn't recording? What if I was just talking mad shit for 5 hours? 2013, I was in secondary school. But at this point, I had the human forms of Ari and Atlas set out. So it's like, look at these are the monster forms. And these are the human forms. And I transferred the black and white to the hair instead. And I found like a really shitty excuse for why they had the hair. I've said this like every stream. Fail is a misspelling of F-A-I-L, which is great because I literally named myself after failure. There's... Here are a whole bunch of my OCs, half of them no longer exist. As you can see, I had this thing where I drew people kind of with blockheads because it was based on Minecraft. I was trying to translate Minecraft into, I don't know, an art style that would be easier to draw than drawing like a bunch of cubes and cuboids and shit. So I went with this instead, and it became kind of shitty for me. I forgot the word, but I could draw nothing but people with blockheads, and I had a lot of trouble forcing myself to draw normal people with normal proportions. And it was a very slow process trying to dig myself out this hole for like 2 or 3 years. I think I got over it soon. You can see more blockheads here. I don't know who these people are. That's my homework on the right. And then here's my characters. Augustus and CL. I don't know who these fuckers are, but I definitely know this one is based on Bill Cipher because at the time, the internet wanted to fuck him. At one point, I tinkered with the idea of making my Minecraft characters into Enderman OCs because I'd seen people doing that. I played Arkham Asylum and Arkham Knight. Scarecrow fan art. There you go. It's with Copic. I did it with like ink and shit. I was very proud of this because I was trying to draw like in a comic style, like an American comic style, and the inking especially. It didn't work out, as you can tell. Alright, I forgot to mention, at this time I had started getting back into digital art because I took like a short break. At this point I was trying to get super good at it, and I had a drawing program. It was called Mischief. Here's the thing, it was a free trial that was like 30 days, but if you used it on a MacBook Pro, you could cheat the system, and even though they told you, oh, trial's up, you could still use it and save your art, which is what I did. I just kept downloading the trial, and I never ran out of time to use Mischief. This was in Photoshop. I know this for a fact. I remember drawing this, and I remember thinking, wow, it's such a good piece of art. I love the line art. I love the triangle titty I gave this character in the art. Oh god. At the time of drawing this, one of my favorite YouTubers was a gaming YouTuber, SSOHPKC or Seamus. and I was watching his Sly Cooper playthrough, and that got me into the Sly Cooper series, which I'm kind of into now. Here's some Copic drawings. Yeah, 2013, 2014, I was kind of into Copics, and I thought I want to make this my main medium. Obviously, it didn't work out. I definitely reference this Black Butler one, because I jumped right back into an anime phase in 2014-ish. Where are we now in the time spectrum? 2014? Yeah, this was the year where I started trying to dig myself out of that hole of not being able to draw normal fucking people. Here's my OC Ari. Ari's back. There's another one. I think she's not in the story anymore. I haven't figured it out. Here's a character from See the Money of Soul and Impossibility Control. I think that's the name of the show. I feel like no one's watched it except for me. That's a self-portrait. It doesn't look like me. I also don't own Razor headgear, and thank God I don't. I would never forgive myself for making that purchase. I think it's also meant to be a self-portrait of me, even though I've never looked like this in my life. Sketchy stuff. This is from my sketchbook. I'm probably going to do a sketchbook tour for this one. It's just a lot of things like this. Oh, here's the traditional sketch for Iris. I have a speed paint on my old channel. Here's my Destiny 1 character. She's Nuwoken. That's the chest of Alpha Lupi, because I had no exotics other than that, let's be real. You see here, I'm trying to force myself to draw Ari and Atlas in a human style. Didn't work out super well, but I did like the shape of the face here. So I was constantly trying to replicate that in things that I drew later on. Character design, I guess. Like, oh, how do I design my fucking character? I don't know. This was a self-portrait of me. This is actually the most accurate self-portrait of me, and also the least accurate self-portrait of me. Yeah, my hair was accurate. The face, not so much, because I've never had that kind of anime boy energy to me. It's always been this whole tired outside external appearance, and you can kind of hear it in my voice right now. Here's a... This is actually really nice. That's a redraw. This is 2017 redraw of that one. What else can I say? It's just a bunch of things. Damn, I drew lots of Tyria. Oh my god. Yeah. Character design has changed so much. There's another redraw. This is an OC that I will talk about in another video. But look, I'm getting more comfortable with drawing people with noses and faces that aren't squares. So I'm proud of myself, even though I did it so many years ago. Another redraw, can't stress that enough. It's just nice sketches. I don't feel a need to comment on everything, so I'm actually just gonna skip past on a bunch of these. That's Shion from number 6. The anime, that's my Destiny character. This is meant to be a humanized Kururu from Karuro. There's Ari again, Deidara. That's the final one from the sketch earlier. It's Gage. I have not drawn her in years. Good lord, I should probably go back and draw her. 2015. I found a lot. 2010 to 2014, I did keep a lot of sketchbooks. But 2014 was a rough year for me, and yeah, I threw away almost all of the artworks that I kept. So a lot of the things that I drew, even the ones that I liked, I ended up throwing away because I had pretty much given up on a lot of things. And the only things that I have from 2014 are either the things that are online or the things that I hid from myself so that I accidentally found them, like this year. I definitely recommend don't throw away your old art. When you're 10 years older, it will have sentimental value unless what you drew was offensive or racist or sexist or something. So, I don't know. 2015 definitely got more into digital art this year. This year was like my year of rejuvenation. I was coming back and I wanted to start fresh because I had a new class in 2015. And I think 2015 was actually a pretty good year for me. This is a very cool drawing. Like, come on, stare at it. I can zoom in. Let's do that again. Look at this shit. I figured out how to do GIFs because I was in like computer club in school. It's not loading now. I was in computer club basically, and they taught us how to make GIFs in Photoshop, and I thought it was the coolest shit, so look at that. I'm super proud of this one, and I will never stop showing people this one, even though I've like gotten better significantly at art, because holy shit, I'm so proud of it. Also, this was the year I swapped from Photoshop to Psy. This is all still Photoshop. This is Photoshop, this is speed paint for this too. Context, this character kind of shows up a lot because I drew him as a villain to this video game that we made in the computer club, which is actually called Infocom Club. Let me just call it Infocom Club because I'm more used to that. Infocom Club, we had a competition with other schools where we would form groups and we'll make a short video game on the application Game Maker. I think it's what it's called, I don't remember. I was in charge of doing art, so I did sprite work, I did the animations in Photoshop, I did the concept art, I did like the maps, I did every single piece of like viewable thing basically, except the text. I left like text box to my other friend. She was like the writer. I just did the art. Now try and conceptualize things, and I have a friend who is extremely smart. I don't know if you're watching this video because I don't know if you know I have a YouTube. I haven't spoken to you in years, but you're one of the smartest people I know because holy shit, you taught yourself how to program a whole ass video game at age 13, 14, 15. And you got fucking maximum marks for O-levels, and now you're gonna go do like computer science or some shit. I forgot what you told me your life dreams were because it was a long time ago, but you're the smartest person I know, and I want you to know that even if you don't see this video. So yeah, she programmed the entire game herself. I just did the art, and I was never like, not once did she have a problem where she was like, I can't do that, sorry. She always found a way, and I know I'm talking about her more than I'm talking about the art, because the art was essentially just me trying to draw a hot anime male as a villain. But anyway, this was the protagonist. I don't care enough to talk about that. This was a meet the artist thing. Let me see whether it's accurate. I like Pokemon, true. Masks, edgy, but okay. I like NGE, true, but I don't know why I had listed by itself. I like drawing hands, true. I like cats, yeah. I love plague doctors, yeah. I don't like Iggy Azalea. I don't like eye contact, true. I don't like blink shotguns. Those don't exist anymore. Now we just have slide shotguns and we have chaperones. Being laughed at? Yeah, no one likes that. Come on. I just love that I had to specify Iggy Azalea. But she must have done something terrible in her life for me to have listed her in my list of dislikes, right? I did a lot of drawings this year, which I'm really happy that I did, because this was the year where I was like, yeah, I love art. Why did I ever stop drawing for a while? Because I did have like a few months giving up from art kind of thing in 2014, which is why I said I had kind of a rough time. I had this OC called Florian. I gave them this hairstyle that I wanted in real life, and at the time I had this really fucking huge curly hair that went all the way down to my waist, and it's nice because now I kind of have that hair that I gave Florian, so it's like I was living vicariously through this OC. But I will definitely do a video about OCs because I want to talk about the nonsense that I made. But as you can see, I could draw people that wouldn't just other people this way, but I somehow had difficulty translating my main OCs, I guess quotation marks, into like a normal human style. So you can see Atlas still Cupid. I don't know how long it took me to draw them properly. Hermes is based on a Minecraft friend that I have. Let me just take this time to say I'm sorry. Like genuinely, I've had so many years to think about this. My voice doesn't make it sound like I'm sorry, but I'm genuinely sorry. I was kind of a dick when I was 14. So if you're watching this adopted, you know, I'm sorry. I have more OCs here. Oh god, this is a nightmare. Why does she have elf ears too? Anyway, I had OCs. I started drawing in this style where the eyes were just like cartoony as hell. Riley, reclusive to outgoing. Okay, I'm super proud of this one, because this one I actually tried doing backgrounds. Yeah, this was the year where I was like, I want to get more into backgrounds and shit. You can kind of see I was trying to do perspective. Didn't know how to do perspective though, which is why it's coming out kind of weird. Also, this torso is ridiculously long and that shouldn't go. I like the little detail of her sitting in the river. I like that you can kind of tell it's a river, but not really. Oh yeah, I named all my OCs after Greek gods. Amazing. Brass knuckles, yep. buff as heck and the muscle arm is ridiculously big, but come on. I tried to do like anime things where you draw the characters together once, didn't work out. I tried to do comics because I knew at this point I was going to do webcomic for my OCs. I just didn't know how, and fortunately now the webcomic is finally fucking out. If only I could update it. Here, these characters are from the webcomic, The Boy Who Fell by Starfleet Rambo. Their art is super good, the comic is super good. Haven't read it in a few years actually, but I am trying to go back and read it now because I do want to know what happens. I recommend this webcomic, go check it out, link in the description, blah blah, normal YouTube stuff. This is from another Moleskine. A few months later I started drawing backgrounds more cleanly is the word that I want to use, but I don't know. So I'm actually really into how these came out. I like the concept that I was playing with here. This year I watched Over the Garden Wall. This year I mean 2015. I was watching Over the Garden Wall and I thought the show was really good, which it is. So I tried to insert vibes from the show into my own webcomic. Pretty sure they haven't stuck around, but I tried to give character designs like that Over the Garden Wall kind of look. I have no idea. I like these little small sketches. I like the way these came out. Here are some chapter. The initial comic would have like these cool little hidden messages. Don't search for them because they don't exist anymore. Here's the thumbnails that I had in mind. They obviously haven't been in the comic. They haven't stuck around. Yeah. More Florian. Florian became my witch Sona. Look at them. They're so cool looking. I had this whole concept for a witch Sona. Let me explain that in another video. A lot of drawings of them. Again, this is the OC that I mentioned earlier. So much drawings, but you can see I think I was getting better at doing poses, expressions. Oh, this is red versus blue. This is Washington and that's Tucker. More Florian. You can see I'm getting confident drawing faces now. I'm definitely getting a lot more confident drawing full bodies, and I know this year was like a huge year for me in terms of being more confident in the things that I was drawing and showing it off to the world. I started posting things on Instagram and all that. Also, shout out to my friend Rachel who wrote her name in my book. Wow, congrats. This is what that investment 4 years ago has gotten you. I played Apex about 2 days ago. That's the only friend that I've mentioned in this video that I've not lost contact with, and holy shit. This is Florian again, that's Atlas. Still doing the box heads, I see. Animal Crossing OC! I really like this one. I like this drawing so much. I don't understand how like in this same year I managed to draw. Zoom out please. This, cause this is so good. I actually really like this drawing up to today. I really love the expression and I love everything about it. I love how neat it is. I'm in love with my own drawing, and of all drawings it's this one. At this point I'd drawn box it so much that I actually got pretty good at it in my opinion. I like this one of Augustus here. Like look at all these drawings. I love the shapes. It's kind of cute in its own way, and I like that about the box set style that I don't draw anymore. Is that meant to be Erlen Game Grumps? Look at that. I'm trying to draw. Oh, this was me actually forcing myself to draw my OC's non-box set. That doesn't look like any of my OCs. That looks like Miraculous Ladybug, which I'm pretty sure wasn't a thing yet. You can see me like experimenting. Like, how do I draw my OC? I don't know. But eventually it worked out. This page is nice. Look at all these hands I was drawing. Alright, just flipped off myself. Shark. I wanted to be a marine biologist, and I say wanted to, that's a lie. I didn't want to be a marine biologist, my parents wanted me to, and I was like, sure, I'll be a marine biologist. Obviously the dream hasn't worked out. I had this thing, oh yeah, I need to point out all the flaws of my artwork, because that's how I do this. Necks are very, very small. One thing about this entire year is that the necks I drew were very small. It's something that took me so many years to realize and try and overcome. I don't think it's that visible here because these OCs don't have necks. Oh, they do. Yeah, look at that. Like, how is that holding up that? It looks like the head's just gonna pop right off. It ain't right. If you look at, like, The neck's too thin, yeah. This one, the neck is thin. Yeah, look at that. Anyway, we're not even there yet. I need a drink of water, dude. I'm sick, I think, which is not good. Here's a drawing that I did. Wait, no. Yeah. OCs again, still boxes. That Instagram handle is no longer mine, don't check it. Naruto characters. Oh yeah, I had a huge Naruto face. Look at all this art, look at all those thin necks. Look at that child Augustus. That's kind of nightmare fuel, but I do respect what I was trying to go for in this. Yeah, neck was definitely a problem. I was trying to draw a thicker neck here. Like, I was conscious of that being a problem. Also, this is Engine Pokemon. I was conscious of that problem. I just didn't do anything about it. I actually do like the coloring style that I had when I was younger. I would like to have something like that again. But I'm also fine with where I'm at. I like this one a lot because the neck is actually proportionate. And I do love the flowiness of the hair. I want to redraw Datara. Look at this beautiful character sheet that I did. At this point, yeah, I was definitely trying to get a little bit thicker of the necks, but I didn't know how thick the neck should be. Let me just go ahead and say like half of the things in this list of information is wrong. If you actually give a shit about my overseas, half of them are wrong. I like this one. I like the expressiveness of it. I like the little face. I like the pose. I super love this artwork actually. I don't like the legs, just look at this top half and I'm really into it. This is a terrible self-portrait, we're not gonna talk about it. It's Tracy from Overwatch. This was the year where I got my shit together and I started managing a YouTube channel. Look, I tried to draw backgrounds. I like to draw trees. I've gotten worse at drawing trees, I'll admit that. Because I haven't drawn them in quite a while, but I used to be mad talented drawing these fucking trees. 2016 was the year that I said I was gonna get good at digital art and do digital painting. The first part, kinda. The second part, no. Also, please look at these proportions. Let me draw it for you. I'm not using a tablet, I'm using a mouse. Let me just show you what all this is about. Here's his shoulders, there's his face, that's fine. These are his arms. And based on what I'm looking at here, his legs are here. That's his ass, that's his waist. So he's a very thin boy down there. This one is very nice though, I did like this. Steven Universe, whatever the name was, I don't watch Steven Universe anymore. Moskine, how do you pronounce it? Can someone please comment with the proper pronunciation of Moskine? Because I do want to know. This is nobody, I just drew like improv art, which is basically all art. And this is what I got. I had a thing in 2016 which was I like to draw characters with many arms. I also started drawing a lot of gory things. I don't know why, because I definitely don't anymore, I think. I hope so. I'm not aware of what I'm drawing. Here's a redraw of the video game characters that I talked about. Infocom. I think this is meant to be like a Borderlands OC, because I was kind of getting back into Borderlands in this year. Cool, dude. Yeah, oh yeah, let me talk. This year I was super into an artist called Corvidae / Ghost of Curse. I don't know which one they would prefer, but their art has always been like super cool to me even now. A lot of things I drew were kind of based off their art style, loosely based off. So I'm not sure what to call this, but like the less sharp lines in general and the more a bit distorted, contorted body figure kind of thing was inspired by what I saw on Corvidae's Instagram account. This is gonna be strange, but this is meant to be my Animal Crossing character. Yeah, she wears a jester mask and she's the mayor. And like this idea that she would be a corrupt mayor. Yeah, that's how I play Animal Crossing. It's kind of fucked, isn't it? But I really like these drawings. 2016 was the year where I started to be like, yeah, art is something I'm mad good at and I would show it to the world. That was my mindset when I was 16, and thank God I had that mindset, because if not, my YouTube channel would not exist. Drawings, again, this is an OC from a story. We'll get into that eventually. I got into Overwatch. Yeah, you're gonna recognize some of these, because these are like really, oh, handsome Jack. These are drawings that I did that got me kind of like some YouTube traction? I don't know. This year I also had a brush pen, so I started using brush pens in this year. And I was constantly experimenting. Also, look, I had an object hit thing, and I also had like a Dragon Age obsession in the year. That's my Llewellyn, who has changed significantly. I had an object hit OC who would be a magic 8 ball, and they would only speak like that. And I also had one who was a dice, which is what you can see there. And then Cuphead stole my idea, so I don't own that OC anymore. Oh yeah, I had an idea to make Florian have like a cat mask. Brush pen art was actually pretty nice. Quinn Pei-Tu? Pei-Tu? Is that an actual name? I don't know. Overwatch art. God, this is a low quality image. Junkrat. Junkrat's my favorite character for no reason. Junkrat, yeah, Junkrat was fun. As a character, I like Junkrat a lot. To play him, not so much. To play against him, I hate it. I haven't played Overwatch in years. Statue designs, these are cool. I really like this one. I think I got a lot more creative in this year too. Like, my ideas were more interesting in my opinion. I used highlighters to draw the wings here, which I was really proud of. Like, wow, look at, I'm so smart. Damn, that was my mindset. Definitely getting better at that. Oh yeah, I've also definitely managed to stop drawing box heads. Oh god, that actually just gives me trauma. Why did I put this image in here? Look at that, the proportions ain't right, but I knew that, and I think I was just experimenting. Thank god it didn't stick, but I was trying all kinds of wacky shit. Oh yeah, this was the year where my design for FM was like starting to come about, because before that FM was straight up just like normal human face. And OCs, look, that's the gang that I currently have in my comic, except this one is different now. Carol OCs, I tried to revisit them. God, you can compare this, it looks so good. I mean in comparison. 2012, where's my Carol OC? Like, come on, hit me with that shit. Where's the other one? Like, look at that, now we got some straight up art improvement here. Getting better at that, and I'm proud of myself. Look at these drawings. I drew them on a boat. It was moving. I'm so proud of this. We've straight up gone from like this art sucks to I love this drawing, because 2016 is the year that I did a lot of things that I like. Look at how well I drew this dang OC. Look at these poses. Look at the character. You can see it. Also look at these, are pretty nice too. I like them. Concept art. For what? That's Ari. This was the original design for Cyrus. Llewellyn. I did this in the cover of my sketchbook, and it was very good. Like this one also. This one especially, because holy shit, look at the way I drew Fen Harrell. Also look at the nice swords in it. You see, like I said, I think my ideas for art were becoming a lot better this year. I had ideas for like, oh, let me do this kind of composition to it. Look, you can even see the bald bitch in the background. Look at that. I'm getting creative with this shit. I had a phase where I tried to experiment with like, let's draw a highlighter sketch and then brush pen over that. So here's Augustus, and that's Papa Emeritus. 3 Psychomantis? Psychomantis. Tiny Tina, Handsome Jack. I actually like the line work in this. It was because at this time I was drawing weird shit, like off the top of my head, I can say the Pharmacy speed paint and the Mac Hanzo Gentleman speed paint. That kind of line style where I would draw excessive amounts of lines, that was kind of translating over into my traditional stuff as well. It may or may not have been a good thing. I've kind of stopped doing that, but yeah. I like the sketch because emotions. I don't know, it looks edgy, doesn't it? I liked it. I drew a lot of Augustus because she's my favorite OC. Undoubtedly one of my favorite OCs. This is my Meet the Artist. I don't even have that shirt or jacket, I just wish I did. Also, I had a problem with drawing people who are leaning. As you can see, like, I don't know how this works. I didn't know how to draw feet either, so I always drew them crossed like that, and I'm pretty sure that don't work out. I was 15 years old, it was adorable. A little bitch. Watch Dogs 2 came out in 2016? Holy shit, that's a long time ago. Damn. I also got into Ghost. I have a fun story for this one. I did the sketch at home, and it was like a really shitty sketch. I'm not sure if it shows in the speed paint. But then I was in school and I didn't know how to do the line art. I was sitting with my computer in front of me and I was showing the sketch to my friend, and I was like, I need to do line art, let me just fuck around. So for Sombra's face, I actually drew with a mouse. Like, I just took like a very thin brush on Paint Tool Sai and I drew with my mouse, which is why the lines are kind of like messy down there. But I just started drawing like shit basically, and I was trying to see what interesting things I would get if I just drew in this weird style. So I just improvised with a mouse of all things, and she came out with really good line arts for Sombra, and I was like, holy shit. So when I went home, instead of scrapping that layer, which was meant to be a joke, I went home and I did the rest of the line art using my tablet, but I tried to emulate how I would do it if it was with a mouse. And so that explains the line art style that I used in this one, which is something that I've never gone back to because I don't know how I succeeded at that, and holy shit. Ilma, I do want to talk about something. I did have this art style where I actually do like how it looks. I would highlight I would do lines around the areas where I would put the shading. Like in the hair, you can kind of see I didn't follow that rule, but in places like this. And the clothes like down here, down there. The reason why I did that wasn't because I knew what I was doing, it was because I didn't know what I was doing. And the reason why I stopped doing it was because I felt like I was stopping myself from improving, and me doing this extremely stylized shit would give me like an excuse to not improve. Instead of people seeing mistakes, they would just see like, oh, cool art style. My problem was I didn't know how lighting and shadow worked. I didn't know how creases in clothing work, or how folds work, or when the shadows fall on the face or like the hair or something. So I would just do these really nice things because they make the shading look kind of more interesting than it would if it wasn't. It was just like a workaround for me to distract you from the point, which was that I didn't know how to draw creases. Which is why I stopped doing that. I know a lot of people did like the way I did that. People did like that, especially in the Spider-Man speed paint, and I feel bad every time someone points it out because I know the real reason why I stopped it. So I do want to come clean about that. I mean, in drawings like this one, I do like this one. I think this one came out really well, even with like the weird shading thing that I did, but yeah, I did think it was a real problem that I had. I still love this drawing though, no matter what. Also, the whole color overlay thing, another thing that people like in Spider-Man speed paint, which is why I'm really happy that people found me through Spider-Man speed paint, but I also feel bad when they find me through that. Because everyone points out they like the colors, they like the art style. I have almost completely changed the way I draw things from that video. So I feel like you're coming to my channel for the wrong reason sometimes, and that's like a genuine fear that I have. I don't want to like tell you unsubscribe, but I want to tell you that it's unlikely that I will draw in that same style ever again. Yeah, the overlay thing, the reason why I did the overlay was because I thought I couldn't choose colors well. I thought my color choice was boring as hell. So by doing that, it was me trying to like make people think I was good at doing colors, which I don't think I was. So that was my whole logic there. My cat, oh god, it's meowing outside. Anyway, I like the way I did sketches traditionally this year, because I got a lot more cleaner of my sketches. I like the way I would darken certain lines, and that would bring about like this a bit of depth to it. It's a bit of a cheat method, but I did like it. I also really like the way I started drawing hair. I love how neat the sketches are as compared to like my earlier sketches. I'm gonna talk over my cat, yeah. Look at these. I like how neat the pencil work is in the shading. Like damn. I was very active. In 2018 too. 2018 I was super active in art, I think. There's not much to say, this is speed paint for this, watch it. Comparison of how I drew hands, this is 2017, that's 2018, definitely improvement. And now we jump to this year, dog. This is 20 fucking... Why is this in 2019? Oh, whatever. well, this is considered present, or like the things I'm able to draw currently. Like, look, like how far we've come, etc. Look at my beautiful boy Nut. Nut was created in the year 2017. Look at how I draw hands now. Neater. Look at, that's how I draw Atlas now. That's how I draw Spider-Man now. That's my OCs from D&D. There's not really much of a point to me making this video other than me wanting to show you the weird shit I drew when I was younger. But it is also fun to remind myself that I have improved. Sometimes I do feel like shit and I'm like, wow, my art hasn't improved in years. What am I even doing? I'm wasting my time. I could be improving. But really, sometimes you just gotta step back and realize that, yeah, no matter what you're doing, you're definitely making small improvements no matter what. Sometimes you just gotta keep drawing and you definitely improve, because for the majority of these years, I wasn't an art student until I was 17 years old. So anything from 2006 to 2016, I had no formal training. I was just winging it. Anyway, the artists that you like, they didn't start off like professionals. Everyone just started off drawing like shit, no matter what. So if you want to get good at art, it may take years, it may take months. Like, everyone improves at a different rate. For me, I'm not sure. I think I'm like a decent pace, but as long as you keep it up, then what the fuck, you're gonna improve for sure, dude. That's the whole thing. That's the whole concept of this video. Also, thank you for 15,000 subscribers. I think we hit that. I'm not sure if I've said this in a video yet, but I'll say it now. Thanks for 15k subscribers. It means a lot, and I'm just gonna keep making the videos, posting on IG, posting on Tumblr, because it genuinely makes me happy to do that. Oh, look at my amazing desktop. Anyway, yeah, bye. Thanks for watching.